One of the most difficult things in the canyon is trying to keep enough fresh water for drinking. You know, dehydration is a big problem in the canyon. Everybody needs to make sure they drink plenty of fluids while they're down there. What we've done is put 2 6-gallon jugs on each raft. And this gives you a lot of water that's already ready to go, but you're going to run out of that water. You do have some major tributaries that come in from the right side of the river. These are on the north side. These tributaries are the Vasey's Paradise. There at Phantom Ranch, they have a water spigot with a water treatment plant with good water to fill your jugs with. You've got Shinnemoo Creek, Stone Creek, Tapeats Creek, and Deer Creek. But after Deer Creek, you're pretty much run out of major tributaries that come into the river. The Colorado River traditionally runs real muddy from the Little Colorado River, so a lot of times you have to filter water. What we have here is a Katadyn water filter. It lives inside a kitchen box. It's a very expensive piece of equipment. It costs about $800 to replace. With the Katadyn water filter, it's Expedition model. It'll pump up to 6 gallons in about 12 to 15 minutes. It's pretty easy to set up. There's the stand, and then there's the actual filter. And it usually, there's a little bit of art to get it in and out of the bag, but you can pull it in and out. The stand goes right into, well, let's get the cord out of here. So, all right, stand goes right into here, locks down at a nice comfortable height for whoever's pumping it. The pickup valve should be put into a bucket of water or into the river. The main thing about the pickup valve is you want to make sure that it is not sitting on the bottom of the river. Then usually you'll have your hose going into a bucket or jug, and then you start pumping. Now it takes a few strokes for it to start getting primed, but once it starts getting primed, pretty much it comes right out of here. Alright, now the harder it is to pump usually means that the filter starts getting clogged up. Okay? The filter on this thing is very easy to clean. It just takes these 2 wing nuts here, loosen them up, turn them sideways, pull the filter out. Okay? Usually this filter right here, then you would grab the sponge, which lives in the upper part of here, brush it gently on the sides, rinse it off in the river or whatever water you have handy, put it back in here, you're ready to go again. You can have the muddiest of rivers, and this thing will sit there and get all the mud and then all the bugs and stuff out down to 0.5 microns. The major thing you need to know about this thing is that people try to override these things and try to over-engineer them. Okay, you can have water leaking out of everywhere on this thing, but the only water you care about is what's coming out of this spigot. We've had some engineers try to level out these screws right here. These screws right here are actually the ceramic filter in there. If you screw it all the way down and then put this lid on here, usually what happens is the body separates, and this is about a $480 piece that people sit there and break. And it's real easy to do. So you got a pop-off valve right here. When the pop-off valve starts leaking, pretty much that means the filter's getting clogged up. Now you can keep pumping, and it'll keep going ever so slowly. If you keep pumping too much, the next thing that leaks is your plunger right here, and it'll leak real profusely around here. And you can still keep pumping, and it'll still send water through the filter. At last, but not least, the water will start leaking out around the main filter. At this point in time, the filter is virtually clogged completely, and it's down to just barely a trickle. By this time, you've blown just about every seal in this thing. So main thing here is if the pop-off valve goes or it gets hard to pump, stop, clean the filter, and then go about your business again. It takes all of about 30 seconds to clean this filter. With the Katadyn water filter, you know, some problems do happen, but very, very seldom. The main thing there is if you do have a problem, you have a backup, and the backup is chlorine. Okay, what you have inside your utensils box is a small eyedropper, And the eyedropper you can use with the chlorine that's inside your commissary box. You'll take 12 droplets and put it into a 6-gallon jug and leave the lid off for an hour. And this will kill just about everything in there. So you can take good clean water and sterilize it or purify it with the chlorine. If you have to drink murky water, then double the amount of chlorine and double the amount of time you leave it exposed to the open air.